this box right here is currently my village. It's pretty bad. So I'm going to be transforming it into a giant futuristic village. Now we're going to be using a lot of concrete for this project. And concrete consists of sand and gravel. So, hello beach. Bye-bye beach. Now next up is gravel, which if I'm going to be completely honest, I cannot be bothered getting. Luckily for me though, I have 10 billion IQ. Don't believe me? Let me show you. Now, if I've done everything correctly, this should... Oh, this is beginning to look good. Let's do this on another side. All right. Now I just got to make a contraption right here, and I can finally show you what I've been making. Now all that's left is to test it. It works! It works! Oh! Now we just gotta go through here and... Oh my god, they're already getting so filled up. Now we got infinite gravel and infinite sand. And now we can actually stop the machine again. What? Because now that we have all this gravel, we simply have to take a little bit of bone meal, make white concrete, and fun fact, this right here is also a gravity block, meaning we can dupe it, baby. Look at that. That's so beautiful. Now while that's doing its thing, let's plan out the build. Now I'm thinking we split it up into 3 parts. Number 1, remove the village. Number 2, build the actual futuristic city. And number 3, get clout. I'll get into what that is later. But first, let's tear down this village. And this should be the last house. But I think it's about time we check out just how much concrete we've gotten. Moment of truth. Oh my god, that's so much. This is more than 2 shulker boxes worth. Now here comes the problem. We have to turn all of these blocks into concrete, because right now they're just concrete powder. Now this is gonna take a long time, unless we make a concrete breaker. Now to build one of these, we're gonna need 56 observers. And that's just one of the resources. So we're gonna need a bunch of redstone, gold, and iron. Now the only things that are left is glazed terracotta and dead coral. And now we're ready to build the machine. And we're done. Hopefully I've done everything correctly. I mean, there's a TNT duper, so if I haven't, we'll know pretty quickly. And now if we go down here, aim at the last piston, and then right click, it works! Yes! Now the tutorial said you could do this. F3 plus T. Once I see this, I should just stop holding. Oh, it's holding me left click by itself. Now I can just, you know, take a break, watch some One Piece, and it'll be done. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Oh, it works. Let's go. And now we just need one more thing before we can get building. And that is glass. Now, luckily, we have a bunch of leftover sand from when I committed a bit of natural disaster. So now we just need to smelt it. But smelting this normally would take forever. So we're going to be building a super smelter. Now, I think it'd be really, really cool if we build it in the village and then later build a giant factory over it. So that's what we're going to do. Boom, it's done. Now we just need some coal and all of the sand we could get our hands on. Put the coal in here, the sand in here, and I just flick this lever and boom. Oh, wait, I forgot. No. There we go. Now we can do it. Look at it go. And we're already begun getting some glass. This is awesome. But we need it stained. Specifically, light blue. Now it's probably the fastest if we just take lapis lazuli, turn it into a blue dye, take a little bit of bone meal, and then make a little bit of white dye, and then put them together and boom, light blue dye. And now we're ready to build. Now I'm thinking that the first house is gonna be like an office, where every floor has a different type of villager. And this right here is the frame. So now we just gotta build up. Now, while testing a little bit of things, I found this really, really cool roof idea. It's like a wave, I guess? I don't know, but it looks cool. I want to make some support beams just so it looks a little bit realistic. So if you do something like this, yeah, that looks sick. Now we gotta add the glass in. And there we go. Now I was thinking, instead of having these beams like just continue up the same place, what if we change it around a little bit and made it look like the building's made out of blocks? Let's see, and yeah, looks all right. Oh my God. That scared the heck out of me. Now, before we continue adding more floors to it, I kind of want to do a bit interior, because right now, yeah, it's not looking good. And I'm thinking we make the floor out of oak wood. That might look cool. We kind of need a way up to the 2nd floor, and there's not a lot of room. I didn't think of that. Oh, you know what could be cool? What if we built a water elevator? And there we go. It works. Now, I also want to make a little reception right here, because, you know, it is an office building, so there has to be workers. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. So let's get back to adding more floors. That's the 3rd floor, and this is the 5th floor. Now I'm thinking this is about the height that I want it to be, but I might add another floor later on. But now, let's get on with the next building. Now I'm thinking that the next build is gonna be the factory. And I have this really, really cool idea, but it requires light gray and gray concrete. So let me just do a little bit of. Now we can begin building. Now I kind of want my factory to be like this pill-like shape, and then I'm gonna have like metal barrels or whatever they're called around the 2 sides. So let's just quickly make an outline for those. Something like that. Yeah. Now we just need to flatten out the ground a little bit and make them way bigger. That's the first one. Now I had this little idea for like the tanks that might look sick. It might also look incredibly bad, but we'll see. Sheesh, that looks fire, my G. What? Now we just gotta get to building the second one. And there we go. The 2 looks a little scuffed, but we don't talk about it. But let's get back to the main thing. Now, while this pill shape looks kind of cool, I have no idea how to do the roof. So we might have to change the looks a little bit. I might have made a mistake. So remember I always said I was going to change it just a tiny bit? Well, I might have done a little bit more than a little bit. I have made a full-on nuclear power plant. But enough of that. These 2 builds by themselves have taken me 3 in real life days to make. So let's speed things up. So let's start off by making some roads, and second off, some vehicles. Ooh, this looks nice. Shout out that one person on Pinterest who made this. There we go. Oh wait, I've just noticed something. I'm building on the other side of the road. We're British. Oh my god, this is the worst possible day of my entire life. Now I've been thinking very, very hard and long on what to do with another portal. And while in bed yesterday, I got the greatest idea. Let's make it into a donut shop. But first, we should probably clean all of this up. Now we can get to building. Now, looking at the road, the entrance should be right here. Oh, it seems like we already have a customer. Now, I think it could be really cool if we made the windows like it's like a donut. Let's quickly make the roof. Now, here comes the fun part. Because now we gotta make the giant donut that goes on top. Something like that? Wait, what? Wait, that looks so dumb. No. There we go. Much better. Now, what I want is to remove this nether portal entirely and then build it in the basement. Why? Because I thought it would be funny. And now we just need to build the portal and hopefully it links up. I haven't tested it, so we might get an entirely different nether spawn. So let's light it and find out. Oh, it works. Let's go. Now, all that's left to do is the interior and then we're done. So let's begin on the next building. Now, so far we got 2 places where the villagers can work and one where they can eat. So let's make a place where they can live. Now, I want this building to be really, really simple. That way I can just copy and paste it into all the empty areas. And we're done. Now I've made 4 different apartment complexes out of Maggie D's. But the main reason why I made these is this. A back alley. Now I really want to make a back alley that just leads into like a black market or something. Like every futuristic city just has to have that deep dark part. So that's what we're gonna be making. Now what I want is when you click this button, it's gonna open up like a secret passage. It's like an underground black market. So let's quickly make that. Boom, there we go. So now if we click this button and sheesh. Now we just need to mine out a giant area. Now what I was thinking was, I want something like a little bit like the Hunger Games, where there's like different stalls, something like this. Wait, let me just, there we go. Now I know it's not very pretty, but I mean, it is the black market, so I think this is fine. So let's bring some villagers in here. There we go. He is now in his stand. Nice. I have a problem because at night, a lot of mobs spawn, you know, like they usually do, but this has resulted in me nearly blowing up the city multiple times. So we need to add some lights. Introducing the Lighter 4000. I think it's a pretty cool design. So let's make a couple of those. All right, now the only thing that's left is to test them in action. Look at that, they work perfectly. I mean, other than that one, but we'll just ignore that. Now I have this idea for a tower, where it's basically like a circle, and there's these like lines that follow along, like spirals. I'm really bad at explaining. I'll just have to show you. Now I'm thinking that this is gonna be the size. It's quite big, so I hope I don't regret that later. But now let's get to the spiral thingies. So basically we're gonna go up 3 like this. Sheesh, that looks so nice. What? It nearly makes me forget that I had to fill all of this in with glass. Took me 3 hours to do. I'm going insane. But we're finished now, which means there's only one thing left to do, and that is boom. This is the OG tower, where if you comment and is publicly subscribed to my channel, I will put your name in the tower of OGs. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing, getting clout. Now, by building a shrine of the person that we want the clout from, we're gonna get a free shout out. Only problem, the guy has a million different variations of blue on him, so it's gonna look a little bit scuffed. But let's get to building. And we're done. All that's left to do is to pray for some clout. Oh, Tezo, the almighty, the one with 100,000 subscribers. Please spare me some crumbs. And with this, the village is now complete.